Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. April 3rd, 2017. In response to the two videos I've already put out today about the false flag attack in St. Petersburg, Russia, I got back two brilliant comments, and we just unlocked a big piece in this research, which we're going to get to. My mind's a little bit blown. But anyhow, Dar O'Brien, I'm going to link his channel in the description. He found my work about 2 years ago. He has become a brilliant contributor. A lot of the great finds that I've made in the last 2 years, Dar helped me make those finds. So Dar is someone who found my work, and through his comments, he has really furthered this research. He pointed out that the media was reporting it's a shrapnel-filled bomb that hurt people today, April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year, this very special number in regards to rituals and time and false flags of recent history, including September 11th, 2001. The word shrapnel in the language of gematria sums to 93, like propaganda, fitting for the 93rd day of the year. The even bigger find that Dar made is the governor of St. Petersburg. His name in gematria sums to 93. We just saw this with the mayor of London and the false flag of March 22nd, 2017. If you missed my work on the London false flag, I have a playlist on that. Please check it out. I want to come down here to the governor. The governor is named Georgy Poltavchenko, and his name in gematria sums to 93, like today's date. As I've been educating about for 3 years, these false flag terrorist attacks are always synced up with the world leaders, the city leaders, the country leaders. In the first two videos, I covered the connection to Vladimir Putin, leader of Russia. Now, the governor of St. Petersburg, 93 name gematria, false flag on the 93rd day of the year. This is how it's worked out worldwide. This is the New World Order, the Illuminati. It is Masonic, it is Zionist, it is Jesuit. They abide by this esoteric numerological code. This man's name, his full name in gematria, also sums to 156, like the leader of France. 156, very special number to false flags throughout history. False flag has Jewish gematria of 156. 911's the 156th prime. This morning they first reported 9 dead, then all of a sudden they said 11 dead. This headline right here, coded 119, no coincidence, September 11th. The construction firm that built the World Trade Centers, their name gematria is 156, like false flag. And for one more important fact in regards to false flags and 156, if you write out 33, it has English ordinal gematria of 156. If you write out false flag, it connects to 33. Number of masonry, number of secrecy. Very important number. The World Trade Centers existed from 1968 to 2001, 33 years. They came down when George W. Bush was the president, a former bonesman, skull and bones. Bonesman, 33. George W. Bush has 33 birth numerology. He was the son of the former president, George Herbert Walker Bush, who was the head of the CIA. CIA 68. It was 1968 that 911 was made the national emergency dialing code in the U.S., World Trade Center construction began, and George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. 33 years later, 2001, the major false flag. And from George W. Bush's birthday to September 11th is 68 days, like CIA, what his father was the head of. So again, I'm just telling you that to remind you that these tributes happen all the time. His full name, the governor, 156. The name he goes by, 93, like today's date. Think about 911, the World Trade Centers, the 93 World Trade Center bombing, flight 93 of 33 passengers. So somebody then commented that the blast happened at exactly 14:40, military time, 2:40 in the afternoon. So I had to look it up, and blast happened at 2:40 p.m. That's 14:40 military time. The word time in Jewish gematria equals 144. To the occult, Saturn is the keeper of time. Saturn, gematria of 93. Today's the 93rd day of the year. Time in the Kabbalah cipher, Jewish mysticism, also 93. And real quick, I got to check something in regards to Jewish gematria. I think there might be something I forgot that's coming into my mind. Yeah, light in Jewish gematria is 144. Think about how the sun is the true keeper of time. The sun is said to be 93 million miles away. It's the sun's light that we use to tell time. Light, 144, just like time in Jewish gematria. And we're going to introduce something new that's mind-blowing, which is the real reason I got inspired to make this third video about the attack. So understand, 93 number of time, 144 number of time. At 1440 on the 93rd day of the year, a false flag terror attack. And with regards to the parallels to the World Trade Center, if you write out April 4th, it sums to 144. The World Trade Centers opened on April 4th, 1973. If you write out 44, it sums to 144. Today, the day of the attack, April 3rd, 2017. Just show you this real quick. 4 plus 3 plus 20 plus 17 is 44. Today's date numerology, when you write out 44, it sums to 144. Speaking of time, the word clock has gematria of 44. So does Kremlin, important building in Russia. So, we're almost to the end. Dar also caught that in the English gematria cipher, April 3rd sums to 511, like Saturn. Saturn, the keeper of time. Saturn's 511 coding is no coincidence. Donald Trump, the 45th president, his campaign lasted exactly 511 days. 45 is connected to Saturn because there's something called Saturn's magic cube. The sum of Saturn's magic cube is 45. Trump, the 45th president, his campaign lasted 511 days. I'll tell you another good one from history. Bob Marley, 93, died on May 11th, 5/11. Bob Marley. Did you know that Bob Marley's solo career began in 1974? It did. Bob Marley, solo career breaking off from the Wailers. Bob Marley died by the numbers of Saturn. So did Peter Tosh, who died on September 11th. September 11th. Remember, 119 connects to Saturn as well. So the person who caught the explosion time at 1440, they also left this comment, but I don't even think they were aware of the gematria of what they found. They said there are 144,000 nadis, energy points. In Revelation of the Bible, there's the 144,000 tribes of Israel. Energy points in the human body. 144,000 chosen souls went to heaven. And see, that's the part about Book of Revelations. The number definitely has to do with death. Well, you know what else? Nadis equals 144 in Jewish gematria, just like time, just like light. This language, so important, and it's based in all of this knowledge from the ancient past. This ancient esoteric knowledge is being used against the people of the world who have no clue about it. You know, most people in this world only know numbers for counting. The purpose of numbers is counting, financial transactions, you know, keeping track, documenting. But people don't know about the occult rituals that go on every day in this world by the numbers, and that's the word that needs to get out. And what I am so mystified by is how I have been doing this for 3 years and how more people in this world don't know about it. I'm not aware of any more important research, information, knowledge that's out there than what I'm sharing. And I don't say that to be arrogant. I say it because it's absolutely true. I'm talking about these same numbers and these false flags and these rituals time after time. Keeps happening, and people keep shrugging their shoulders and calling it a coincidence. It's amazing. Again, numbers of Saturn, 93 World Trade Center bombings, September 11th, 2001. Between the blast site was this building as mentioned with the 187 gematria. Today's 187 days from Vladimir Putin's upcoming birthday. The word time also connected to 187. Again, I covered these things in earlier videos in greater depth. The reporting of 9 at first, also connects to Russia, false flag, Freemasons, Zionism, Saturn. There's a lot of overlaps here. So I'll link all this information below. Oh yeah, with regards to it also blowing between this location, the 187 location, the other location has the 58 coding. And I just want to mention that they're emphasizing the word briefcase, which has gematria of 58. Special number to Freemasonry. Freemasonry 58. Secret Society 58. Freemasonry dates back to Solomon's Temple. So much of Freemasonic history based in Solomon's Temple. There's major parallels with Solomon's Temple and the World Trade Center. Notice the 185 coding. I'll type out Solomon's Temple again. 185. Notice the 68, like how World Trade Center construction began in 68. Solomon's Temple is remembered as a Jewish annual holiday called Tisha B'Av, where the Jewish people remember the destruction of the two temples, kind of like the two towers. That holy day is known as Tisha B'Av, 911, and it's the destruction of Solomon's Temple and the temple that was rebuilt in its place. Solomon's Temple is known for the two pillars, the twin towers down on 9/11. All of this stuff is long planned ritual by the numbers. Can't emphasize it enough. The president at the time was George W. Bush, a Freemason, 58 coding. The mastermind of September 11th, Paul Wolfowitz, his birthday was 58 days. He turned 58 days after September 11th. He wrote the document called the Project for a New American Century. The document that a lot of people know about that said the United States needed a new Pearl Harbor to start a new foreign and domestic agenda. He wrote that in 2000, a year before September 11th. Paul Wolfowitz turned 58 days from September 11th. There's a reason they put these numbers in front of us. Briefcase bomb. Briefcase also has gematria of terror. September 11th, 2001 was on a date with 41 numerology. 41 the 13th prime. They blamed it on Al-Qaeda, a made-up boogeyman. The only real terrorists in this world are the Zionists and Freemasons and high places. If you live in Russia and you can understand what I'm saying, you need to get on your governor. And just so you understand, people in Russia, English is the language of the New World Order. I'm sure all your Russian officials speak English. I'm sure a lot of you speak English. This is why it's the language of the New World Order, because this is all part of a master plan. They coded a lot into this language, and they execute everything worldwide by this code. It doesn't matter if it's an English-speaking nation or not. All right, Truth Seekers, the playlist is below. Share it with your friends, family. The word's got to get out, and people need to stop using that word coincidence. This is not coincidence. This is ritual. This is mocking of the masses. Until next time.